Okay, I can't say 100% sure that you'll never go to outer space. Maybe you'll be an astronaut. Maybe you are an astronaut. I know I probably won't. It'd be kind of cool. I did meet an astronaut years ago, but that's a different story. But you could use the same cameras that the Artemis II crew did to capture some absolutely amazing photos. So the Artemis II crew, they went up in space. How long were they there? Was it like a week or so? They did the flyby of the moon. They went further away from Earth than anybody that hasn't been on a sci-fi show, like in real life. Even on the dark side of the moon, which I kept thinking of the Pink Floyd song. But what was just so amazing about the images is the tech they used, the gear they used. Now, I've read that they were outfitted with thousands and thousands and thousands of cameras, including a lot of live streaming cameras where they could, capture all of this as they were going. But what I thought was really amazing were the cameras that they used to take photos that you and I could go buy right now. So I want to show you some of the photos, and it just blows my mind the gear they use. Now, look, a couple of these cameras are not cheap, but the point is that whatever this mission cost NASA, and I'm sure it was more than a buck 99, the fact that they chose the gear they did just blows my mind. So check out this right here. This picture with, let me see if I can blow this up just a little. Oops, that's not it. Let me see. Can I do it this way? Yes, I can. So we are going to look at this. Look at this image right here. And it blows my mind. This image right here was shot with a Nikon D5. To give you an example, it was shot with this camera right here. Now, look, I get that camera is $2,999. But did you get this? It is a DSLR camera, which means it's not a mirrorless camera, which means it can weigh a little bit more. Just to give you an idea, there's DSLR cameras and mirrorless cameras. Like the camera I'm shooting this with is the Canon R50V. It is a mirrorless camera, which means there's fewer components inside. Most mirrorless cameras weigh less. Now, look, you can put a heavy, goofy, big lens on there, and it's going to weigh a lot. But the camera just doesn't weigh much. DSLRs, on the other hand, they have mirrors in there. That's why mirrorless are called mirrorless, because they're sensors. And the mirrors react differently when the shutter opens and closes. So again, if you go back to this is the camera that was used to shoot this photo right here. Look at that. Look at that. And it also says that they used a 14 to 24 millimeter lens, ISO of 51,200. Now look, that none of that may mean that much if you don't know a lot about photography, and that's okay. It's not trying to wow you with the numbers, just trying to make sure you get that NASA on this amazing trip into space, the gear they used to get these unbelievable pictures. So like if you were going to order this, which by the way, you can right now, it says that this one's in used very good, and I could get it now for $29.99. There's another version here. Again, that's amazing. But if we go back here and we look at this picture right here, look at this, just amazing. This one was taken with a Nikon Z9, which is this camera right here. Now, it's a little bit more because this camera is a mirrorless camera. And look, Nikon is a great brand. I shared a photo on my community post the other day here on YouTube, and it was my dad holding his Nikon camera. It's the first camera he ever had, probably the only camera he ever had now that I think about it. An old Nikon film camera, probably still to this day with a lens, weighs as much as my truck, but they're heavy and beefy. Nikon is a good camera. I tend to go with Canon. My first camera was a Canon. I like Canon cameras. I know that, Panasonic makes good cameras and Sony makes good cameras, but again, Nikon is a great brand. But if you look at this right here, this Z9 mirrorless camera was used to take that shot right there. Unbelievable. But it's going to get even better. So I want you to look at this shot right here. This to me is just one of the most amazing. Let me get rid of there we go. Just check this shot out. It's a solar eclipse of the heart. I love it. It was shot on a GoPro Hero 4 Black. A GoPro Hero 4 Black. GoPro is up to, what is it, 13 now? I joke because I've had a 5 and a 7 and a 9. I did own a 12 for just a short little time. And I'll be honest, and they're the action cams. If you're not familiar with GoPro, there's the little bitty action cams. Probably their closest competitor is DJI. In fact, you could argue on a lot of levels that the DJI action cams are somewhat better. But why did NASA send a GoPro up? Well, one of the things I've noticed, I don't know if you've seen this, but more and more shows that I watch use GoPros as secondary cameras. They put GoPros. In fact, one of the shows that my wife and I love is Next Level Chef. It's on Fox. It's a cooking competition show, which we're just suckers for anyway, especially if Gordon Ramsay's on there. And if you notice, a lot of times on the food platform that goes between the levels, thus the name, there's a GoPro. Fox did a show called 99 to Beat, which was really kind of fun. They used GoPros. You see them all the time. One of my favorite YouTube creators and channels is Peter Sentinella. He uses a GoPro. It's either 12 or 13. GoPros are great little cameras, but this is what just blows my mind. Check this out. This shot right here was shot with the GoPro Hero 4 Black, which is this one right here. Look at that. This camera is over 10 years old, maybe 12. That's what they used to shoot that. ISO 800 with a 15-second exposure. Don't tell me that you've got to have brand new gear to get amazing photos. Now, why in the world did NASA choose to do the GoPro up there? I don't know. Maybe they had a bunch of them. And supposedly, from what I've read, this was mounted on the outside of the space capsule, which still blows my mind that, out in space, remember where no one can hear you scream, bonus points if you know what movie that's from. It is one of my favorites. That they mount it out there, and if we go back and look right here, you can actually see it mounted. Do they use a suction mount? I don't know. Absolutely gorgeous photo shot with a GoPro that, quite honestly, you and I can buy right now for $249. In fact, it'll actually come in very soon. But I want to show you one more. This. And another photo or two I know was shot with, you ready? You ready? You ready? This, the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now, again, look, I'm a huge iPhone fan. I've said many, many times before, if I were just starting out today from scratch, knowing what I know, which can be dangerous, I would just use my iPhone. I probably would get a little action camera too. I used to say the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, it's not bad, or an action camera or the GoPro, just to have something extra. But I'm telling you, this would be fine. But check this out. This was the one they had right here. Now, it can get pricey. We're not going to buy one, but if you kind of go through the pricing right here, you can see the storage, which you can't even get this right now, right? Because of all the things going on with RAM and everything. But anyway, you could see, I have no idea, but even if you maxed it out, that's $1,999, so $2,000, and I think that would be what you did. So again, this is the phone. Where is it? This is the phone that took shots like this. Isn't that just amazing? And of course, some of the other photos were amazing too. But you've got that. What an amazing photo with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. The GoPro, a Nikon Z9, which is a mirrorless, And then, oh, I could just, this would be a great screensaver, wouldn't it? And then the Nikon D5, which is a DSLR camera. Just blows my mind. I can't even imagine what it would be like there. And I know that they live streamed a lot as well. And I'm in a Discord group with a bunch of cool guys that are, most of them are, well, actually, I think everybody's Final Cut, and some of the guys are like crazy, crazy talented. And couple of them were like, man, I can't believe they were using such a bad camera to record the live stream. But still, it just goes to show you. You don't need expensive gear to create stuff. Again, every one of these cameras, the Nikon D5, the Nikon Z9, the GoPro Hero 4, and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, you and I could buy right now and use the same things. Now, granted, the both Nikon cameras had lenses, but if you think about possibly all the cameras that Nikon had, that NASA had at its availability, and this is what it used. Just mind blowing. So look, don't let the gear stop you from creating. Well, all I've got is well, then use it. Use it. Hey, if it's good enough for NASA, it's good enough for you and me. Just amazing. Just amazing. I'll put a link to all the cameras down there below if you want to check them out for yourself. And hey, if you got some money, buy your stuff. It's up to you. It's your money. Thanks for watching. See you next time.